And now, ain't no food stamps. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to hunt raccoons and for Thanksgiving and eat beans and
I've been here trying to find something to eat because I'm homeless. I have a little one to take care of. I have to make sure she eats every day. So, unfortunately, it sucks to come through shit like this. But what else can I do? What else can I do?
Good evening, everyone. About 9% of Louisiana veterans rely on assistance to feed themselves and their families.
They get that food assistance through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. But as our Josh Minnie reports, that assistance could soon be no more.
The importance of SNAP for veterans is it's an additional source of food beyond the food that they do and can get from Second Harvest Food Bank at any one of our food pantries.
Okay, y'all. Cardi B just set the internet on fire again. And this time the backlash isn't from rival fan bases. It's from furious veterans. Everything exploded after she posted a video mocking people who were upset about their SNAP benefits being cut. In the clip, Cardi joked that those struggling only had themselves to blame for voting for Trump instead of Kamala Harris, thinking she was just making a funny, political rant. But what she thought was harmless turned into one of the biggest PR nightmares of her career overnight. Veterans and service members flooded social media, calling her comments heartless, tone-deaf, and completely disconnected from the struggles of ordinary Americans. Many pointed out that veterans depend on SNAP to support their families, especially those dealing with disabilities or low income, and accused Cardi of disrespecting people who actually sacrificed for their country. Hashtags calling for an apology started trending, and even some of her fans admitted she went too far this time. But in true Cardi fashion, instead of apologizing or backtracking, she doubled down. She posted follow-up clips saying she wasn't taking anything back, insisting she was just keeping it real, and that people needed to take responsibility for their choices. That defiant stance only made the fire grow bigger, as critics accused her of arrogance and ignorance. Whether or not Cardi meant to offend anyone, the damage was done. Now it's turning into a full-blown feud between Cardi B's unapologetic confidence and veterans demanding respect. And the internet is watching every move.
y'all was worried about me saying Donald Trump and me and my teleprompter not working. That y'all missed the message, and this is what I was trying to say. Now look, right? Donald Trump was never for y'all poor. Donald Trump was never for the poor people, for the white poors, for the black poors, for the Spanish poor, for the Asians, for the Indians. He don't give a about none of y'all mother.
This isn't the first time Cardi B has spoken out on social issues. She's often right on target. But this time she completely missed the mark. Making things worse, she mocked people on SNAP, joking that they should hunt raccoons for Thanksgiving since they wouldn't be able to afford food now that their benefits are gone.
And now, ain't no food stamps. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to hunt raccoons and for Thanksgiving and eat beans and
People are calling Cardi B tone-deaf after her recent comments. It's easy to make this political and blame voters, but hunger doesn't care who you voted for. Many affected by the SNAP cancellations are single mothers, veterans, seniors, and people with disabilities struggling to survive in a tough economy. SNAP, or food stamps, supports over 40 million Americans, keeping families from going hungry. With benefits being cut, those most vulnerable, especially veterans and the elderly, are feeling the impact hardest. Now, after seeing Cardi's post mocking those who rely on assistance, veterans in particular are furious, accusing her of being cruel and out of touch.
Who are these people that we are talking about who have an audacity to cut how we live and how we eat? Who are these people? Are they real people? Say, we're gonna cut this, we're gonna take this. Do they eat? Are they well off? They cannot be older adults and expect for us to exist and do this and do that. I would like to know who they are.
Before anyone says people can just turn to food banks, let's be real. Those are running dry too. Recently, the Trump administration made a sudden $500 million cut to a program supplying U.S.-grown meat, dairy, and eggs to food banks and community groups nationwide. Shortly after, they announced the SNAP cancellations. Now, I'm not saying it's intentional, but it's starting to look suspicious. On top of that, New policies have tightened SNAP eligibility, cut funding, and blocked emergency aid that millions depended on. Even if benefits return, stricter work requirements mean many, especially veterans and struggling families, still won't qualify. It's a growing crisis.
About 9% of Louisiana veterans rely on assistance to feed themselves and their families.
They get that food assistance through the Supplemental Nutrition Aid Assistance Program, or SNAP. But as our Josh Minnie reports, that assistance could soon be no more.
The importance of SNAP for veterans is it's an additional source of food beyond the food that they do and can get from Second Harvest Food Bank at any one of our food pantries.
According to Feeding America, a nonprofit organization of food banks, 20% of those who rely on food banks are veterans.
Under the new federal rules, anyone receiving food stamps must work or attend training for at least 20 hours a week to keep their benefits. For seniors, that's nearly impossible since many face chronic health issues or limited mobility. Disabled veterans struggle too. PTSD, injuries, and service-related conditions make meeting these demands unrealistic. Previously, only able-bodied adults aged 18 to 54 had to fulfill these requirements, but the age limit has now been raised to 64, leaving many who were once exempt suddenly forced to comply. The result? Those who've already sacrificed the most are suffering the hardest. Some veterans are even resorting to digging through trash to survive and feed their families.
I'm in here trying to find something to eat because I'm homeless. I have a little one to take care of. I have to make sure she eats every day. So, unfortunately, it sucks to come through shit like this, but what else can I do? What else can I afford?
The government claims these harsh cuts are about reducing spending and eliminating waste, but many aren't buying it. While vulnerable Americans struggle to eat, officials approved a $300 million plan to build a massive 90,000 square foot ballroom for Trump, something he proudly boasted about, sparking outrage over misplaced priorities.
Nobody's actually seen anything quite like it. I think it'll be one of the great ballrooms anywhere in the world. It's about $300 million. It's set to do many, many things, including meetings of foreign leaders, including the honoring of foreign leaders. You can see this.
Y'all, it's a total mess. And that's what makes Cardi's video even more tone-deaf. It's surprising coming from someone who's openly shared her own struggles with poverty and food stamps. Just last year, she tweeted about being a product of welfare and Section 8, raised by hardworking immigrant parents, and growing up in a broken system.
And another thing that always gets me in my head is this one time, my mom, she was working very hard, but we still needed help. So she went to welfare to get benefit, a benefit card and stuff like that. And the lady, my mom, she's the type of person, if you're rude to her, she gonna be like, oh, I don't gotta take this. And she would just storm out. I don't gotta take, nobody gonna talk to me like that. She got a very strong character. And this lady was talking so rude and so nasty to my mom, and she was taking it because we needed the help. I don't want nobody to feel like they have to talk to me a certain type of way because I need the help. And it's this could never, ever be me.
So for Cardi to have lived through poverty and then mock people still struggling feels incredibly tone-deaf. Veterans in particular are speaking out, and they're not amused. One of them, Rob Ham, a former paratrooper and combat photographer who served multiple tours in Afghanistan, told CBS he's heartbroken. After risking his life and health, exposed to toxic burn pits, he now faces the reality of losing access to both healthcare and food assistance.
He served several tours in Afghanistan as a paratrooper and combat photographer. His unit often close to highly toxic pits used to burn waste.
I definitely had some chest stuff when I came back.
Are you worried that it might become an issue?
When I look at the statistics, the odds of me getting some kind of related cancer that I will need help from the VA is very high.
Ham had produced videos for the VA documenting medical professionals caring for cancer patients and treating homeless veterans.
Rolling back the level of employees that cover all of these different services is going to impact care.
Y'all, Cardi might want to tread lightly because public opinion is definitely not on her side right now. And if the recent blind items are true, things could get even worse. Word on the street is that she might be going broke soon. Allegedly, her label is planning to drop her, and she reportedly owes them a huge amount of money that she can't pay back.
Cardi B is allegedly about to get dropped by Atlantic Records. She allegedly owes them millions of dollars and is in debt, and she allegedly just doesn't have that kind of money anymore to pay them back. And the blind item reads, the former A+ list rapper is now in heated talks with her label over what she supposedly owes them. They're preparing to cut ties completely, but she's millions of dollars in debt, and the problem is she doesn't have that kind of money anymore. And again, this is allegedly Cardi B and Atlantic Records.
So yeah, clowning people for being broke isn't a smart move when those same people are the ones buying tickets for your shows. Cardi got dragged hard on X, with folks pointing out that if her net worth is around $100 million, maybe she should be helping SNAP recipients instead of mocking them. People were calling her out for being smug, tone-deaf, and out of touch, saying she's not donating to food banks, just getting paid to talk. And honestly, that's the real tea, because instead of showing compassion, Cardi poked at the hornet's nest veterans, seniors, disabled folks, and even people who might have voted for Kamala. The ones who've sacrificed the most are now suffering the most. SNAP cuts aren't just numbers. They mean empty plates, struggling families, and people humiliated just to survive. Cardi could have used her platform to uplift or empathize, but she chose mockery, and now she's catching heat from every corner of social media. The backlash isn't slowing, and she's not backing down either. This isn't just another viral scandal. It's exposing how broken the system is and who's paying the price. Millions of Americans are angry, watching closely, and they're not letting this one slide.